describe your preference?
Yeah, Cole's coming along, trying to, just like all the guys, we're all trying to find a role within the team. Cole just continues to improve each day. Right, there are some things that, like everyone, there are some things that we want to continue to improve on, and there are other things that he's good at. Cole's a good athlete. He's fast. He can be explosive. Right, and then we'll continue to work on those, and then continue to build on those, and work on the weaknesses.
What about Quentin Alston? How does he fitting in right now, and is he challenging for playing time?
Yeah, Q. I'll be honest. You can ask any of the guys; they're all challenging for playing time. That's by design. When I first got the job, I came in in the spring, talked with the guys about there are no starters. We're all here to improve. We're all trying to make the starting lineup. It's going to be incredibly competitive because we have a young group, right? All sorts of different abilities, and just continue to move forward. And Q is a guy that I think is a very smart kid. He works hard, like all the guys, right? They're all working hard, all smart. And Q is at this point in the middle linebacker role. I think he's doing a good job.
So is he the type of guy that if he wins the job, let's say he's the third best linebacker on the field,
sure.
Does that mean he's exclusively a Mike and say Morris might move to the weak side?
The three best linebackers will play. The three best linebackers will start. Okay. That's how that's how we're going to do it, and the guys know that. Three best linebackers start, regardless of position. The great thing about our room is that there are guys that have the flexibility of moving positions. But whoever the best three linebackers are coming out of camp will start on opening day.
Does Q have that flexibility, or is it more Morris or Kirksey who have played multiple positions?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think Morris and Kirksey have a grasp of the system because they've all played different positions. James has played Mike and Will in a game. Chris has played Leo, what we call Leo or Sam linebacker, and Will in a game. Okay. So right off the bat, they have more flexibility because they've done it in the game. They have experience at doing it. So I would go with those guys right away. As far as being the flexible guys, the move guys, and then continue to work from there. One thing I like about young players like Q is get him in a position, get him settled, let him grasp his position, and then start to figure out the rest of the defense from there.
I assume all of the linebackers are going to be playing special teams that are eligible.
Part of our trademark, part of our requirements. We play special teams. We embrace the role. We love it, and we do it.
You did too, right?
Yeah. It's part of the deal. It's part of the body type that the special teams coaches look for. So absolutely.
With Christian, he came in a light guy, but still stayed there like 195, and he's what, like 215 or something like that.
It's somewhere around there. I think it's 220, 225.
Okay. Well, he's bigger than I thought he was. Do you anticipate on the outside playing those guys who are maybe a little lighter if they could cover a little more ground because they're playing in space an awful lot against the Northwestern and some of the other teams that run the spread?
So, do you ask the question again?
I'm sorry. Do you anticipate, recruiting and playing outside guys that are more in that a little bit lighter so they can play easier to play in space?
I think it's not necessarily about size. It's about ability and range and able to play. Height, weight, all that stuff doesn't matter. If you can move, you can play linebacker. Okay, you can move, and if you're physical, you're a tough guy, you're not afraid to hit, you're not afraid to strike, you're smart, and you love football, you can play football at the University of Iowa. Size is a requirement for myself personally as a coach. There have been a lot of good guys, a lot of guys I've played with that were big, that could fly, and there were a lot of young guys, or not young, shorter guys that couldn't run or couldn't move as well either. Okay. But as long as you can do those things, as long as you're tough, you're smart, you love football, you can play football at Iowa.
Okay. Thank you, LeVar.
You got it.